Hi guys, welcome to Jane Talks. Hope your week has started off great. I had an opportunity recently to have a really, I was going to say good conversation. I'm going to change that to have a really in-depth conversation with a couple that I have a huge regard and respect for and love them very much. And the conversation was in regards to something that has been giving me trouble for a long time, in regards to spirituality and religion, organized religion. And I enjoyed the conversation and how open it was. And I feel like one thing that I got out of it was, I guess, maybe a better understanding of myself. There was a situation that happened many years ago that caused me to reevaluate my religious beliefs. And from this vantage point, and I made the comment during this conversation that I've made my peace with it. And I believe I have. I believe I've truly made my peace with the situation that happened. And I think that I don't think the outcome would have been any different than it was in that situation. But I think that was maybe my first eye-opening experience of dealing with a hierarchy of a religious organization and the realization that we are all human. It doesn't matter if you are the Pope. It doesn't matter if you are a minister or a pastor or a rabbi, or it doesn't matter if you are a bishop of the church or a deacon in the church. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you hold none of those offices and merely attend the church. We are all on the same level. And I think what came to me after the conversation was a realization that when communication breaks down and for me, I don't know if I can really make it make sense to you as the listeners without going into great detail, and I'm not prepared to go into great detail at this time. So I'll try to make it make sense this way. I feel like what happened in the situation was I didn't feel confidence was extended to me because I felt like focus was on the wrong issues, I guess. Focus was on an action that I took and not on the spirit behind it. And it was a puzzle to me because the questions that were being asked of me in regards to the action I took pertained to the action and had nothing to do with how I felt about God and my faith. And I was told one time during the course of this situation that arose, and in trying to resolve it, I was told that the laboring body of the church needed to determine my spirit. And I was in agreement with that. Great. So my response was, well, how will you do that? And the response I got was, I don't know. And in hindsight, that is, to me, I guess, why wasn't I asked about my spiritual practices and how I felt about spiritual things? Why was I asked about a piece of equipment, that metal. Why? Those things are not important. Anyway, I digress. So I feel like for my part, what I was struggling with was the frustration of not feeling understood. And I can see from this vantage point how when confidence is not extended to the party that you're trying to resolve something with, there can't be a resolution. And it seems like it's kind of that simple to me. My side, I guess, was eventually not heard because someone on the other side had a higher level of standing and therefore had to be trusted, I guess, implicitly. And the bottom line was they were not telling the truth. And so there you have it. If you're not going to tell the truth, then again, a resolution cannot be made. So for me, when I saw that that was the case, that was the direction that was taken, there was nothing for me to do because the minds were made up, as was mine at that point. The reason mine was made up was because I really didn't see any other course of resolving the issue that I was struggling with, which was my marriage, and trying to make that work. And I stand by my decision in that the Bible says somewhere, I don't know where, it says, and having done all, to stand. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do what I thought was right to make my marriage work. I was not hurting anyone. I was not causing anyone any problems, except somebody that decided to take an offense with how I was trying to make my marriage work without knowing the whole situation of how my marriage was. And I think that's what hurt me the most in the situation was, for the most part, I felt that I had tried to be open and honest with those in the religious group that were trying to help me. I felt that I had been open and honest, and they knew me. They knew what I believed. They knew where I stood. But I still don't quite understand what the offense was that caused such a huge rift. Anyway, having said that, I think what seems really clear to me now is the importance of open communication and saying whatever it is that you need to say. If you care about somebody and you and something happens that causes a division between you and you want to fix it, really the only way to fix something is to talk about it and to not hold anything back personally yourself. And the value of that is huge, but it has to work both ways. It has to work for both sides. If both people can't feel comfortable to do that, then you have a problem. So I'm not sure if that made very much sense. Maybe it was a rant more for me than for anyone else, but the communication that I had was a good one, and it makes me sad that that basically we have to agree to disagree. But that doesn't change my love or regard or respect for this couple whatsoever. So have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon.